popping in the streets, everybody? I believe, therefore I am King Sylar. Hope you guys are doing all right today. Back with another interview. This is not interview with a rookie. This is actually interview with a veteran. One of the people that I came up in the DFW scene with, and it's definitely been one of my biggest supporters in terms of, getting this channel up and running. So none other than MJG himself.
What's up, y'all?
You know what I'm saying? Please make sure as you're there, give him an applause. He deserves this.
Yeah, for Trent too.
Thank you, man. What's going on, MJG? How you living, brother?
Good to be here and just to chat up with you, bro.
I appreciate it.
This is cool, real cool.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for taking out your time to be here. Y'all stop playing with me. If I ask you to be on the show, bring your ass. Because y'all going to be mad if nobody records y'all's history. Y'all never get to say anything and give y'all's thoughts. Y'all be hella active on social media, but you won't come over here and put your face in front of a camera. I'm just saying, let's put that out there. So
definitely get those thoughts out for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
We need that. Again, conversation and proximity breeds understanding. You don't have to agree. You just got to be able to understand where everybody's coming from. So sure, absolutely, man. So yeah, man. As some of you guys may not know, like I said before, like MJG is a veteran. He's been around just as long as I have. I think I would start a little bit before.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
So
some years, bro, I think.
So where did you move down from? Like, where were you originally?
Oh, I grew up in Garland. So Garland, I was born in Dallas, Medical City, and then of course was raised in Garland. Then moved to different cities around DFW and ended up in Royce City. It was like country town, like Royce City is like maybe 30 minutes from Dallas.
What was the name?
Royce City.
Royce. I
I
drive there.
See? Yeah.
That's where I drive.
Yeah, Royce City. It's grown a little bit. When my family moved out there, we were on the country. Like
I know,
went to school out there, and it was chill. But we after school, just coming back to Dallas and then building out here. So
yeah, for y'all that don't know, like I'm a CDL driver, so like Royce City is literally like maybe like 15 minutes or so. Or I mean from like Rockwall, like a little bit out.
Yeah.
So it's not far, but it is like it's kind of like if you've ever driven down 67 to like Midlothian or Waxahachie, it's just spaced out. Like so it is. It's a little country out there. I'm not gonna front. Like I think like the highlight they got out there are 2 Walmarts. So I think
this built too. Like
right.
That Walmart is pretty new still. So it's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, we delivered. I'm there every Thursday.
Wow.
So yeah, bro.
So,
it's out there, man. So tell us about your journey, man. Like how is it? How did you get your start in dance?
Man, I think it was. It's funny telling this too because growing up, me and my brothers were hoopers. Like, it is hoop. Like basketball, sports, like
right.
Sports kids, of course. Fighting kids, neighborhood, like all kind of, rowdy kids. Like we were rowdy bad kids, stealing and all that. So
right.
like sports was our outlet in basketball. And we always had these dreams, like we're gonna play in the NBA, like we're that good, like we're gonna be that good. We're
Spud Webb.
Yeah, first of all we're Latino, so we're already gonna be short. We're short. We're not athletic. The only thing we can lie on is work ethic. Like we can work our way to the NBA or something, and then. We're 5'0" each, 5'5", and you realize getting older. Okay, high school, I'm not anywhere as good. And this is before like information and YouTube and all this, of how to get better and what things is out there. So we didn't know anything. We just wanted to play and hoop.
Right.
Okay, let's go to the dreams of NBA. Of course, was dying. Okay, let's make it a D1. Okay,
right.
no, we're still not good enough. Let's try to make D2 at least. We're still not good enough. Like. So after that, I really was like a desperate.
Is basketball is your favorite sport?
Yeah, okay. Basketball, like
sure.
Basketball all the time, brothers. We still hoop a little bit, but nothing that crazy, nothing serious.
Right.
I think after graduation, I was like crying to God. I remember like I just want something that I can grow in and just don't cap. Like I just want to grow in something. I want to be great at something like that, and I can keep going. I don't have no limitations and. Dance came out of nowhere, out of YouTube. Watched a song video, and I've always seen dance growing up. Like we Michael Jackson, of course, and
right.
I remember seeing Beach Street growing up, or like breaking, of course, but I didn't understand it. But after I was seeing like popping on YouTube, and I was like, I want to learn this. And so from 2007, till now, it's been just kind of learning that and different things, of course. Yeah, started out of desperation. Like,
hey, man. It's, I mean, if you think about it, bro, like that's kind of how the culture started.
Yeah,
Like for a lot of people, bro. I mean, they started at a, you know, like they said, you know, keep politics at a dance, but you know, because of the politics and the lack of, you know, commitment from, you know, people's governments and, you know, public figures and stuff like that. You know, people went to the streets to resolve their issues and stuff like that. So, birthed the underground freestyle scene.
Right?
So,
Having
you know,
struggle, bro.
here we are, man. So was it? So it was. So the first stop was popping.
Oh yeah, popping, bro.
Popping. So like, so how did that work? Like, was there a particular person that inspired you? Was it a video or like what was like the real bridge like as far as like walking into the door of the freestyle scene?
Right. Oh yeah, that was so. So I thought I was good just watching videos and practicing my own, like, and watching like. I remember like certain Mr. Wiggles videos, like he was just. I remember coming up on them, and he was. I saw a lot of his breaking videos, and I was like, oh, maybe I should start doing breaking. Like, and then when he started doing popping, a lot of his waving and tutting and magazine style and all that, I was like, okay, I want to learn. I want to be, you know, be good at popping and boogaloo. So started learning boogaloo rolls and started, just, you know. But and then it was like from 2007, and then you know I was dancing and my colleges that I was going to, and I thought I was learning, you know, being good. I guess I thought I was good until I came to an event out here in Dallas in 2010 when Frantic came. The first time he came, which was Popper's Delight, and it was like in some pool hall club or whatever.
Dang.
And
wow.
then I was like, yeah, I suck. Like I stink like this. I know like Dirty Sir and then like Figments and the Mercy and there. I was like, yeah, they really know how to do it. I don't really know. I'm not really as good as I thought. And so like from there, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna really dial down and find out what I'm doing wrong and just pinpoint certain things and start practicing heavily more on what I need to do. And so 2010 was my wake up call, I guess, to like really train harder, I guess, or learn more. Mainly learn more.
Word.
Yeah. Just from Dallas, from being around, you know, people like you and all the other folks our age or a little older, like yeah.
Gotcha. So how do you so as far as like how you well, obviously popping was the first bridge that you walked across. So I mean, was there a particular style that you went after? Was it animation, boogaloo, or was it just kind of like I'm just trying to learn as much as I possibly can?
Right. I think I'm always animation for sure. Was always animation, robot, and waving were always like that's my main. Like when it comes to sub styles or certain areas within popping, or even the under umbrella or outside of it. Those three, waving, animation, and robot, I was always like digging to because of the illusion factor, basically. And it's because too, just the people I watched were in those illusional styles. Like Wiggles, he did have like his own flavor, but he still was illusional in his body movements to me. And Poppin' John, too, I remember watching Poppin' John and meeting him later on, of course, but like his illusions with the robot animation and Frantic, of course. So those guys were really like, you know, open my mind to what the body can do, what I want to do, you know, and then later seeing OGs, of course, and seeing how it's such a high level of movement. Not many, you know, even veterans or older folks haven't tapped in too much. But yeah, those illusional styles I gravitated to heavily.
That's dope, man. Yeah. And it's crazy because you triggered a memory, like, and I've never said it, but like the first two videos that I ever saw. Or that I won't say ever saw. Yeah. But the ones that definitely it was like, okay, I'm gonna pursue this was 2004 when it was Korea versus it was Japan versus USA. It was Bop and Andre.
Oh yeah.
And I remember I saw him for the first time. He had on that red outfit, and I was just like, dang, this is crazy. And then in 2003, I saw Sylar and Damon Frost at Just a Boot. Yeah. And ever since then, it was like those three have always been like, they were like, boom, okay, these are the people that I'm watching. And like those are, you know, Damon Frost is the OG, of course, super animated. Yeah. You know, Sylar is a master performer animator as well. Like he's just, you know, he does everything. Exactly. And then Bop and Andre was always, in my personal opinion, he is probably one of the best performers that I've ever seen in my life. For sure. I think that was like kind of one of the things that drew me to freestyles because the animation to me personally has a much better ability to have basically be able to storytell.
Right. Okay.
Like a lot better, and under all the other styles of, as far the, you know, like you said, subgroups under popping, like you just see, like, I mean, like when somebody gets on that stage, bro, and they just completely own it. Like I've watched Bob and Andre and Sylar and just completely just got lost in it.
For sure.
Got lost in it. If you've never seen, I can't remember what year it is. There's a Sylar in 2005, I think, when he was at Battle of the Year. He had on the orange shirt or the yellow shirt and the vest. I guess I could just Google it.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. It was a performance, right? Or
yeah,
no?
it was a performance.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But he had that. He did an amazing performance, and I was just like, I was like, there's nothing better.
Right? I'm glad you brought him up because he's definitely was a big influence in my journey too when it comes to that, just creativity and
2006. Sylar from France representing Vagabonds. I don't think he reps anymore, but 2006 Battle of the Year showcase.
Wow,
that was like one of the full on like commitment points for me.
Man, that's crazy thinking of that now because I don't know. I wonder what year that was uploaded because I don't know if I didn't even come across this clips till a few years after.
Yeah, a lot of them are late in my personal opinion. Because this one it says in 2006, but I had seen Sylar way before then.
Okay.
You know, because like I said, like him and Damon Frost teaming up was in 2003.
Wow.
Yeah, Damon Frost.
That was 2003. God. Okay.
Yeah.
I was a freshman, or I think 8th grade.
Let's see, is it 2004? My bad, I was 1 year off. 2004.
Yeah.
But again, that's what I'm saying. Like 2004. Like, come on, that's a long, bro. We in 2022, bro. Like, that's crazy, man.
Wow, bro. Yeah, it's those folks like them, and they still do. I mean, they're still moving, bro. Like, you know, you see them still, like, Sylar still, like, pushing his body and trying things out and just overall having fun with it, and Damon Frost, too. And it's crazy, like, they're still doing it. That's what like, my dream is to be keep going as long as I can, too, and seeing how I look, you know?
I think we need that, especially specifically, like, the DFW Metroplex, man. Because how old are you now?
33.
33. Okay, so I'm 33 too. Technically speaking, like we've pushed past the mark of like our predecessors.
Right. Oh yeah, a lot of folks are kind of.
Because like John Doe and Mike D and Diverse, like they all kind of started to cool off at 30.
Right.
So it's like technically like we're the new.
yeah.
We're the new mark.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. For sure.
I think I can't remember who I was having the conversation with, but I was saying that if Dallas is able to develop a movement to where we actually have consistent veterans and OGs, I think that we'll be able to alleviate the repeated cycle of like each generation having to grow up, you know, being leaders before they're ready to.
Yeah. So having to find things off on our own and trying to
So that's what we did.
Yeah.
Like we had to figure it out on our own and stuff like that.
Go out and gain knowledge and understanding of things and find out what works and what doesn't work and seeing like, okay, they're doing it over here, but I don't know if that work over here. So let's see. Right. You know, it's been a lot of experimentation. Like we've tried a lot of different things here and still I think, you know, we find a lot of ground with certain things and there's other areas too we should still like kind of build up more and you know kind of perfect in a way, but everything takes time because you're talking about a community and you know a village in a sense, you know, so it definitely takes time to get everything kind of moving forward a lot.
So where do you think as far as like, and we're kind of on that line of as far as like leadership and legacy, so to speak, like where do you personally find yourself in like the grand scheme of like the DFW freestyle community? Like what is, I guess it's a heavy question to ask, but like what do you think where's your purpose? What do you represent?
No, that's a good question, bro. Because I was talking to Gabe, my brother, yesterday. We had a long talk about this and a lot of other things. Because he's coming from a b-boy scene, so he's giving my perspective how the b-boy scene is. Right. And I'm giving my perspective on like the freestyle overall, like freestyle basically outside of b-boy scene. We were just talking about this and that, and I was talking to myself when we were discussing things, and I was basically saying like where I'm at right now in my community, I definitely want to be someone who can help guide people to the right people if I'm not the right person. And I want to have that integrity to where I won't try to be the guy or the person that tries to control things. I like to be a team player and help build people up and my peers up and folks who've been doing this with me for a long time, like yourself, and be like, hey, yeah, you want to talk, not just advice, but dance wise, hey, you want to learn about this or that, yeah, hit up Sylar for this because he has more experience in that area than me, or talk to this person, and be a person who kind of, develops or it helps develop more of a team aspect. And that clip you put out recently was good because it reminded me of what I wanted to say, and that is help share with people that there's a lineage behind this. There's people behind us who kind of just tapped into us and built us up and gave us a lot so we can grow. So there shouldn't be like a person to feel like they're creating something on their own or starting something new. So it's a lot of things I would like to keep pushing out here, and that is like integrity mainly. Like that's the main thing, honor and integrity, which is in the dance world itself. Like it's all about making money and having the views a lot, and it's about like being that person that's talked about a lot, or the go-to person for things, but there's no honor and integrity in that. And that's one thing I always want to push. Just keep that, be respectful for the folks that are in this community. If you're like coming from an outside perspective, or you're not, this is something that's new for you, or if you're not familiar with how things are run, be respectful, go to the right people, and add something instead of just taking a lot, taking stuff, taking any, whether it's knowledge, whether it's advice, be able to give back too in a way. And that can mean different things to different people, but giving back, integrity, honor is always like in the forefronts for me, I feel.
Right on.